What is up, guys? It is Lely and here we are. 3 years later, after a Konami official said that the next 3 years of PES will define not football games, sports games. Not just football games, but all sports games. I thought that was a big claim to make, but here we are, guys. Konami have just released their final data pack. Their final patch. Their final fix for PES 2020. Datapack 8 is now the complete product. So I thought let's play some, PES 2020 and we'll do a little review on it. And I thought let's get loads of little clips and whatnot. But then I played this one match here and it was at team strength level 2. And I thought this is perfect because the myth that PES plays better at team strength level 2 or team strength level 3, that it's a cleaner game, it's a much better game, it's nothing more than a myth. They say that, playing with players of 90 plus rated all over the pitch sends the game crazy, and it kind of does, but it doesn't really help much more at the low strengths either. So you can see straight away my opponent here does and I say trick, but he didn't fool anyone there. I've bodied him, my defender still doesn't react to the ball, and then my goalkeeper, a shot, he's anticipating a shot, and what does he do? He pretends to goalkeep for me. He opens up the near post, the only place that guy could have really scored, and he moves out the way to let him score. So we go 1-1. And guys, make no mistake about it, I'm not saying that all the errors in this game that you're about to see right now, like in the passing mistakes, are all the game. I know I make passing errors. I know I make poor judgment and stuff as well. So I'm not saying everything that you see is from the game's errors. But what I'm trying to say is these errors, they build up. They get on your frustration and they start to make you play in a way. And lads, by the way, I don't know why I went on that dribble there. Maybe because I looked at his player stamina and thought Pepe's already drained of more than half his stamina. I thought maybe I could burst away from him, but obviously I thought wrong. And there, lads, for that goal, my left back, it switched to him. Had it not switched to him, that gap wouldn't have opened up as well. And that this left centre back, who I tried to drag across, may have cut it out. That goal may have been avoided. I don't know. I can't be for sure or 100% certain to say that goal would have been prevented. But this one, lads, I was just caught out by the sheer shock that his players' AI just aren't affected by the stamina. They're making good runs. They're responding quicker than me, even though their stamina is far less than mine. And they should be almost gassed out after 20 minutes. Just look at their players. It's just, I was kind of confused to what was going on here. I'm like, why are his players' AI not affected by the stamina? Like, why are they Johnny on the spot, pressing quicker than mine? I just couldn't get my head around it. So then I started to, sit up and think, right, we have to take this guy a lot more seriously than I have so far. So, yeah, like I was saying before, lads, look at this. Just how much madness has already happened in the first 20 minutes. Do you think I meant to knock that around him? Absolutely not. That there, he anticipated which way I was going to turn, but yet I still ended up getting a free shot on goal. And that's the sort of things that annoy me. And Datapack 8, look at that. Look at this. How do I not get that ball there, lads? He's passed it straight at me. And from that, he ends up getting a almost better chance. Because obviously my player thinks he's got the ball. And then, lads, it just gets better. Watch this here, lads. It just gets better and better. Look, my player is refusing to touch the ball. I'm there trying to turn on it. I'm trying to take it away from the defender. But for some weird reason, again, he waits for the defender to come and take that ball. So now we enter a little phase of play where I do make some poor passing judgments. And, I just don't execute things right either. So I can put my hands up in that department. But lads, I'm just going to take this moment to say I've got 4 clips after this match finishes that shows you some of the biggest problems in PES from that moment he tweeted saying it's time to fight back. These issues were in PES then, and yet they're still here now. And that's the problem. I don't even have to speak over these clips and you will see the glaring issues. And they're not going to be long clips, they're very short clips, lads. And that's the worrying thing, the fact that these lot have set their marker down and yet they still have these glaring issues in the game. So as you can see, like I was also saying, lads, I do go through this phase of play where I make some bad decisions. But what also happens in this phase of play is you can see me trying to clear that ball with the defender when he plays that through ball over the top. But his striker somehow chests it while I'm trying to bloody clear it, even though it's in a better position for my defender to clear it. And then here he plays some poor passes, like this one here goes behind the striker. Yet his player, who has very little stamina somehow, like look at that, less than 10% stamina, he responds to it quick enough, like mentally, and then he actually physically moves quick enough to go and deal with it. So you can see there, Pope makes a good save. It falls out to him here, and he hits it wide. But then, lads, look how much power I put in this pass with Pope. The pass selection, God knows why. He only, does a little toe poke that doesn't even get out of the box. It wouldn't have got out of the box even if the striker wasn't there. Why he put that little power in when I've put so much power in the power bar? And then, yeah, it's the pass selection, it's just all wrong. And then, lads, you know what happens in PES after you get gifted a chance and don't take it. That's right, lads, I go and make it 3-3. I was just so confused. I was like, I should have, in reality, I shouldn't have been put in that position with Pope. But the fact that he had that chance, I should have been 4-2 down. But now I'm 3-3. And it's just madness. And to be honest, lads, I felt like I was far better than this guy. And I was a bit relaxed, shall we say. But then, lads, come on, man. Look, even though there's lag here, I put this there. Look how early I put this power bar in. Yet he still takes a touch and he allows to get the shot blocked. And it's just, I'm like, even with lag, I've still put the power in a lot earlier than I needed to. I put it in well early enough, and somehow, it's still 3-3. So we're going to end up going in at half time. I think I do try to overplay a little bit at times. I mean, it's 2 minutes in, and here I am, instead of taking a shot, I'm still trying to dink the ball into the box, and it ends up being 3-3 at half time. And I'm just looking at these stats thinking, how? We've both got around 70-75% pass completion. And when I met them guys at Konami, what they said was, if you have a game where the passing is around 80%, then you've got a good game. But lads, how can I have 80% passing accuracy when you just saw me play that pass to Adama Traore, who somehow ignored it and went ahead of it, and then the pass ended up being behind him? I know there's going to be people in the comment section saying I hit 80 to 85% all the time. And it's so easy to do if you just play the ball in defence and don't try to be too eager on the pass going forward. It is easy. I know it can be easy to hit them percentages. If you're not trying too hard, then yes, you can play a lot of pointless passes in defence. But when they were telling me of that theory, guys, it was with two opponents trying to play football, trying to attack each other and stuff as well. So spaces are being left behind, and, risky passes are trying to be played and stuff like that as well. It's not like, when Liverpool play teams like Atletico Madrid, they beat you 3-2, shut up, let's get over that please, or whatever score they beat us. But yeah, what I mean, like Atletico let Liverpool have the ball and complete a lot of passes. They're not talking about matches like that. They're trying to talk about two opponents trying to attack each other. So before people come out with, crazy things like that, and lads, this is where the game starts to get crazy. You already seen players right now starting to ignore the ball. I just took a throw in there, lads, and what happened? It bounced in front of him. He didn't even attempt to control it. It just hit him. And then after it hit him, he decided to try and rescue the ball. So yeah, guys, don't please ask me why I played that short pass after that free kick. But somehow, lads, that pass there was not aimed at the guy behind. It was aimed at the midfielder that was actually open just below him. But he ends up playing a loose, poor pass. Yet my defenders just can't respond to it in time. The player switching makes it that bit harder as well. So now I've gone 4-3 down. I'm thinking, what the hell? How much more craziness? A terrible pass from that guy somehow gets him a goal. And yet, I just felt like I was better than this guy, that I end up overplaying it. Look, he kind of half panics it there. I don't know what to say there. And again, I don't know, lads. I just kind of overplay my way into this mess that I find myself into sometimes. So you can see here, guys, here's Ryan Brewster takes a brilliant first touch, because that is a good first touch in that situation, although he's blown smoke out of his ass here. So now, lads, I didn't run straight into this goalkeeper, lads. I didn't. I turned, but it didn't turn. I knew what was coming. I saw his keeper coming out, looking at the radar. I saw him come out, and it is what it is. But lads, this is brilliant. I tried to clear it, he can't do it. I tried to switch players, he can't do it. But what has happened to my defensive AI there? They've all pushed up, seeing a ball come their way, and they just ignore it. They just decide to mark their men. And I use that term very loosely. And he has a free run at goal. That is, I couldn't play a switch or anything there, lads. But suddenly what happens to him? He's 5-3 up. And now his defence is switched off. So I get one straight back from the kickoff. So now it's time for you guys to sit up and focus on this last crazy 20 minutes. Why is it always the last 20 minutes are crazy in PES? Is it script? Is it momentum? Sure, there's a bit of that in there. But also one big thing is that for some weird reason, Konami think that footballers who condition themselves day in, day out to last 90 minutes at high intensity cannot last 90 minutes. For some weird reason, No matter if you give them stamina cards or if you give them rests after every match so they're fully fresh for every match, players are blowing steam out of their arse in this game, sometimes from the 60th minute, but definitely 70 to 75th onwards, when in reality, it doesn't work like that. Yes, I understand being the last 5 minutes being so tired, but to have it so tired from the last 20 to 30 minutes onwards is crazy, and for some weird reason, that happens all the time. It doesn't matter if your players are 80 rated or 90 rated or they have 95 stamina and every other stat is like useless to them. They still don't last the 90 minutes, and I do not understand why. That is something Konami definitely need to work on. That is why the gameplay becomes crazy, because I just have to release the passes within 2 or 3 touches, otherwise it just becomes too heavy and I end up getting tackled because everyone just has the world's worst touch from that moment onwards. So you saw that shot from Brewster that he just took there. I like that his tired Brewster is trying to find the near post and he's so far off the mark. But I don't see that happen enough in this game for some weird reason. Everything seems to be going in. But like I'm saying, lads, we're going into, you're saying, Lely, how's it final crazy 10 minutes or 20 minutes? Because, you know, we're still 5 minutes in and you're still 5-4 down. Do you think this game's really going to end 5-4? Do you think there's not going to be any more chances to come? Well, you're right. No, you're not right. You're not right, lads. As we now, again, I don't know if that's player selection that made his centre-back come rushing out and he thought he was going to be in control of someone else. But I saw his keeper come out. Then he held him back. So I cancelled that lob. And for some weird reason, the near post shots in this have become FIFA 20. They're just crazy OP, lads. For some weird reason, near post shots are the solution in PES 20 all of a sudden. It's like the developers saw all the fuckery in FIFA 20 and thought we need some of that. So not all, but 90% of near post shots going in this game. And right, you know what happens, lads. 6-5. 6-5. We've done it, lads. The only time that we've actually been ahead after... Did we go 1? Yeah, we went 1-0 up in this game, didn't we? So the only other time we took the lead was at the start, in the first minute, and we take the lead in the last minute. But is it as simple as, you know, we're going to hold on to it with ease, lads? No. He has 1 minute left. There is some crazy time left, lads. He gets the ball here, and no. Now it really is over. Now it really is over, lads. Had you going there for a minute, didn't I? But now, lads, before I end this video, lads, I just want to show you a quick few clips. Look at this one here. This one here, lads, shows how outdated this engine is. First of all, I don't know how that wasn't a foul on him, but then I got the ball with Ryan Brewster, and you look at this, lads. There's daylight between me touching that ball and that defender and me and him. There's daylight. There's no contact between us. Why does he trip? It's because this system, this engine, is based on more animations. It's not based on what's actually happening. It's an animation-based system. It's not like a real-time physics system. It's an old, outdated engine. It needs changing, and we need to make sure Konami aren't using such a heavily based animation system. These next 2 clips, all I'm gonna say is that I've put in the tiniest, I mean the absolute tiniest bit of power, and it somehow still goes to the player that's further away. That is it. I've got nothing else to say on that. And this last clip, lads, is one of PES 20's biggest issues throughout the year. Lads, that is a good block interception, whatever you want to call it. I didn't actually have to tackle him. The little bit of contact is after, but I had to make the block. Otherwise he's got a clean shot. And it is a good block. I mean, yes, I put a slide tackle in. It's still classed as a block. And yet, the afters end up giving away a penalty. The refs, the detection system, whatever it's called, lads, it needs fixing. I'm going to say something now, which I think a lot of you will agree. For me, PES 2020, it is the worst PES of all time. I mean, it is worse than PES 14 for me. For me, this is worse than PES 14. And for you guys in the comments, please guys, I don't want no Konami ass lickers in the comment section. I don't need to see that. I see that enough on Reddit. I see that enough on Twitter. Please guys, I don't need to see you lot licking Konami's ass in my comment section. If you want to agree with them that this is the best PES, then fine. Please just don't, you know, get your shit covered tongue all over my comment section, please. For me, I just wanted to say that. And I want to know what you guys also think of this game as well, now that it's in its full form. So yeah guys, if you did like this video, let me know in the comment section. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe. Until next time guys, peace.